Hello everyone, my name is Mr. Bueller, or Michael Bueller. I'm a YouTube star. I have a channel. Go to Michael Bueller and you'll see all my videos. Now today we're going to talk about how to make a button for your coat or your shirt or your purse. This is the button machine. There's a few pieces that go with it. The buttons are going to be drawn on circles like this. There's going to be a template that your teacher is going to give you that you're going to use to draw your picture. The other thing you can do is if you like a picture that's in a magazine of your favorite animal, let's say, you could put this circle, you could sort of trace the circle around that animal and cut it out and then make a button of that picture. I do that a lot actually, and it looks like a real professional button, so that's what you can do. So for today's example though, we are just going to make a simple button with a drawn picture. So you take a markers, whatever, and you would draw your picture inside the circle, and you would make sure to just leave a bit of the border of the circle or the edge clean or clear of your picture. So you draw your picture, you cut it out with your scissors along the black line. Try to be as accurate as you can until you're left with, in this case, a happy face that we're going to make a pin with. All right, or a button. Now, then you have to use this fancy machine. This fancy machine involves two pieces of metal, a flat piece like this, and a piece like this with the pin. You're also going to have a third piece, which is this little bit of plastic here. All right. So this is the base of the button that's going to hold your picture. So we are going to use this machine. This machine, if you can close up on this machine here, it has two separate components to it in terms of the press. There's this wider, flatter circle, and then there's a circle here with a depression in it. You're going to begin with this circle here with the flatter surface. You're going to take this flat frisbee-like piece of metal and put it in. Okay? This represents the top of the button. And in this case, the happy face, the top of the happy face is here. This, of course, doesn't make sense. So this is the top of the button, and this is the top of the button. So you're going to put your happy face in so that the top of the happy face is aligned with the middle of the press. Comme ça. All right? Then you're going to cover your image, or your happy face in this case, with this piece of plastic, which is pre-cut, and your teacher will have it for you. After you've put that flat frisbee piece in there, the paper picture and the plastic, you now swing it around until it's underneath this piston. Then, with all your might, you shall bring this handle over and press down. You want to use a good hard surface when you're making the button. If you're trying to do this on a pillow, this could be compromised. The power of the press could be compromised and you might not have a good button. So after you've swung this red handle over, you're now going to lift it up again, and you can see that it's now gone. Now for the trickiest part. You need to take this pin piece and put it into here, the piston hole with the deeper grooves. It's important for you to remember that this part of the pin here is what must be down. This part with the pin and the hook has to be facing down, okay? Because this piece here is going to go up into the pin, and so you need to make sure that this remains exposed so that you can use the pin to attach the button to your coat. Remember, this is the top of the button here. This pole here represents the top of the button. So we want the loop, or the hook, pardon me, that is holding the pin in place. We want that to be facing, we want the hook facing down to the bottom of the button. So we make sure that the smooth part of this hook is facing the middle. That's the top. Again, like I said, this is confusing. After you've dropped it in there, you spin it around, bring the handle over again, and you now have yourself a professional button that goes on your shirt or whatever, all right? And so just remember the The top of the button is here, obviously with the picture, and at the back, this loop is here so that the needle can go underneath, or the pin can go underneath there and it stays hooked, and it's on your coat like this. The end.